Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Live Q&A with Sad Basim. I hope you guys are really feeling great. I hope you had an awesome week. I hope you had an awesome week at work. At the same time, I hope you guys are really working on your business on the side to make sure that you're making it. At the same time, welcome to my Amazon FBA Giant channel. Especially now, we make it big in life. We have 1,000 subscribers, which is really, really phenomenal. It's the hardest work I've ever done to be able to achieve 1,000 subscribers. So thanks to everybody who really subscribed to the channel, everybody who really supported us from the beginning. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking by me and get my back. And I'm really looking forward for the future. And hopefully this channel goes more and more. If it doesn't work with Amazon FBA, we're going to change it to cats and dogs channel. And hopefully we're going to get at least to 2,000 subscribers. When we first started this, we thought we were going to get to 10,000 by the end of last year, but it didn't happen. So, hey, shit happens, and I'm sorry about the word, but it's okay. We're going to move forward. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep be consistent. It's the same thing as any other business that we have. So, guys, thank you so much for sticking by, and thank you for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I'm really excited, and I'm very, very happy about it. So, that's been said. Thanks to everybody who's here. At the same time, today we're going to talk about Amazon seller messaging and the new rules and the stuff that they have been talking about lately, which is they actually just basically told us what we can and what we cannot do. And I'm going to discuss them with you today to make sure that you're really up to date, especially for those people who have messaging, that Amazon stopped their own messaging, especially messaging through their own portal or their own seller central. So basically, for those who doesn't understand, who doesn't know, or new to the Amazon FBA game, is basically if you have an Amazon account and there's an order being placed, you'll be able to communicate with your buyer through Amazon through specific automated messaging, especially if you were using a software, and you'll be able to communicate with them in specific situations. So we're going to talk about that today. And also, I'm going to talk to you about what the things that you can do and the things you cannot do. But please, as you know, guys, it's every Saturday we have live Q&A. That means you leave me a question and I will answer you at the end of our lecture. So we always start with a little lecture or a little bit of news that I will be able to help you in your journey. And that's it. So guys, let's get to it. And let's see what we have today. But before that, let's go ahead and say hi to the people who have been here, who opened up the door for us, who opened up the day for me. So let's see what we have. Nancy said, good morning, Sad and Megan. Good morning to you, Nancy. Thank you so much for being here. And she says, awesome to see 1,000 subscribers. I am very, very excited with 1,000 subscribers. I'm really, 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 really grateful and thankful. And thank you so much for being here and making this channel to be the best channel in YouTube. I mean, basically the biggest channel on YouTube with the prettiest face ever. But hey, I'm just joking now. Everyone takes it like, hey, arrogant. The other thing we have, Josiah. Josiah, welcome back, man. Thank you so much for being here, man. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well, you and your family, as well as your job, because, you know, Josiah works on the side. I mean, he has a lot of projects, especially now. So really, really, really thank you for being here, and I appreciate it. We have Joanne Murphy. I want to give you a special thanks, because Joanne, she was one of the reasons that we reached 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you, Joanne. Thank you so much for the things that you do. She actually went out of her way and she shared the channel with all her family, and we got those subscribers. Especially, I really appreciate you just being out there and really trying to help. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then also we have Patel says, good morning all. Good morning to you, Mr. Patel. I mean, everyone tells me call him Asid, but he's Mr. Patel. Patel is a big family, and I think that'll be awesome. Carl says, good morning, Sensei Basim. Thank you so much. You know what? I think Sensei is too much for a fat guy. I mean, the only belt I got was a white belt when I was, I think, 18 years old. I had to join karate class just because of a girl, because I wanted to date and I went with her. Trust me, they put me all in this white with the white belt. Imagine big Kung Fu Panda style, man. I had to leave after 1 week. But hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. We have Alex Rivera. How you doing, my man? I appreciate you. Thank you so much for what you do. And thank you for your hustle. I really, I love your hustle, man. I love it, man. Every time, you know, after we talk to my wife. It's like, you know what? Alex is amazing. He's doing everything. I appreciate you, man. Keep the hustle. Good job. We have Matt says, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Matt, for being here. I appreciate you. We have Saravan says, hey, Saad, good morning to you. Saravan from Dubai. So appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for being here. And also we have Almost says, morning, Saad, and Meg and Nancy. Thank you so much. Josiah, again, make me tear up. Say, grateful for this channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Actually, we'll see how we're going to go a little bit more. Maybe we can... I don't know. I have 2 ballots I haven't opened up just for the channel, but I have been busy with the class, with the course. But once the course is almost done, the interactive, and we're gonna get to hopefully opening up mystery boxes. I have 2 ballots, so I don't even know what's inside of them. I swear to you, I bought them. They're in boxes and they're in the storage unit already. Sas says, pretty face is such a big bonus. Thank you, John Murphy, such a kind person. Yes, thank you. You're right. I'm the prettiest face on YouTube, so I'm very glad for that. And says him and his pretty face. Yes. What's wrong with you, Omo? That's me. All right, so guys, let's get to it right away. Let's get educated. Let's get informed, and let's move forward instead of getting. I'm gonna leave the article in the comments. So if you want to go ahead and watch it after the description, go ahead and read it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen as usual, and we are going to go bananas. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thank you so much for Nancy. Nancy, the same day that this happened, she informed me. I actually was, I usually get informed, but she was like from the morning. She told me, "Hey, so did you see that?" I was like, "Whoa, ahead, man." But the same day I was able to look at it. So thank you so much for giving us that. So here, communication guidelines for Amazon, and there's actually two type of direct communication. Direct communication is basically you communicating what's your right, or what are the things that you can message your buyer, and what are the 2 things. So we have 2 things here. We have order status, and also we have buyer seller messages. So the only way you can talk to them first, we have a problem with your orders. So if you have a problem with the order messaging, and seller must communicate with buyer if the product order is not available to be shipped. First, adjust the full. This tells you what's up. But actually here, the most important is basically the message must contain, let me just get this one here so you guys can see it. The message must contain a confirmation that the order amount was adjusted with the appropriate reason for the unavailability of the item. If you think you can fulfill the order, but the shipment will be delayed beyond the advertised availability, you must notify the buyer about the delay. If the buyer decides to cancel the order, you should then start the refund process. Note, do not contact the buyer and request that they submit a cancellation request. This is mostly going to happen for the people who have who does FBM. So I think all of you need to get used to that, especially for FBM. Now we're going to use it more than ever, especially for Q4. And we talked about that last week. So basically, if you contact them because you cannot deliver your product, or you cannot put it on time, or you cannot ship it on time, that's the only time you can contact them. And this is the things that you need to make sure you confirm with them. The other thing, we have buyer seller messaging. So you may only permit it here. Let's talk about that here. This paragraph. You may only send permitted messages to customer who have contacted you about purchasing a product, or have already purchased a product from you on the Amazon store. So you have make sure they have contacted you first, and also they have purchased a product from you. Not just they haven't got any product from you and you just reach out to them. You cannot do that. If they want to reach out to you, yes, but you cannot reach out with them if they haven't placed an order yet. So this is very important here, guys. You need to make sure that we have contacted you about purchasing product, or have already purchased product from you. On Amazon, we define permitted messages as the communication necessary to complete order. So anything that necessary to complete an order, and if they have any questions about the order, whatever, you'll be able to answer them, and you'll be able to reply to them, and make sure to make them feel comfortable to place the order if they have any concerns or anything. At the same time, we have here proactive permitted messages are those messages that you initiate that are not response to a buyer's question. So proactive messages is basically how you contact them and when you can contact them. Proactive permitted messages can be sent via email using Amazon template via the contact buyer or request a review page in the Seller Central. So here, if we're going to do that by ourselves, usually we use a software. If you want to do it yourself, you have to go through the order, then you have to contact buyer, and then you will be able to get ask them for anything you want. And if you want to do request a review, which is request a review rating, usually you request a review, you ask them for a review. So it's not against Amazon's term of service to ask for review or seller feedback. You have to, so now we know that for sure, 100%. But you cannot entice them to leave a positive review. So you can ask for a review like normal people. Hey, please leave us a review and let us know what you think about the product. But you cannot go ahead and just use, please leave us 5-star review. You cannot do that. So usually, if you want to communicate with them by yourself and you have really small account, you sell 1 unit a day or something, and you want to do it by yourself, you can contact them manually. But a third application in the application store or via application programmer interface API, you may send. So here, basically telling you can now. Basically, it's been approved that you can use a third-party application or app like Sellerboard or Zone Pages, or you have seller feedback or whatever it is, whatever other softwares that are out there. Me, I use Zone Pages. So if you want to use that, use it. So now we can use them. There's no problem. Amazon is okay with it. You may send a proactive messages. This is very important. You may send proactive permitted messages for the following reasons. These are the reasons. So when you contact them, resolving an issue with order fulfillment. That's one. Resolving an issue with order fulfillment. So if you have an issue with an order, you can talk to them. Requesting additional information to require to complete the order. So if you need some extra information about the product to make sure you send them the right one, yes, you can contact them. So if you have any issue, if they say, hey, there was something, they left you a message that you don't understand, or there's something they placed that doesn't make sense, you can go ahead and ask them. You can go ahead and send them a message and ask for additional information that you want. So maybe you need their address or their name or their phone number is not there, because if you're doing an FBM, you need those information to fulfill and get the tracking number. Yes, you can ask them if there was any missing information. Ask a return-related question. So if someone asks a return-related question, so if someone return a product and you would like to know a little bit why, like for example, we have this product in electronic, it gets a lot of returns actually because there's a problem with it, and we ask them what is the problem because we'd like to figure it out. So that's one of the things that you can ask them if they ask for a return, and you ask them what's the cost, so you can improve yourself, improve your quality control. Sending an invoice. So if you want to send an invoice, I never send an invoice because Amazon already, if you do FBM, you're going to print a sheet and you'll be able to attach it. So I'm not sure about what's that. Requesting a product review or seller feedback. So now we got that 100%. You guys know we have to, you can request a product review or seller feedback. Scheduling the delivery of a heavy or bulky item. So if you have a big bulky item that goes maybe in a pallet, maybe as a vacuum set or something, and you want to schedule a time for the buyers to receive in a specific time, yes, you can do that. Scheduling a home service appointment. I'm not sure when you're gonna, home, I don't know what does that mean actually. Scheduling a home service appointment. I don't know when you want to go to him. I don't know if that's the service or the new service that Amazon has, that basically you can get them access to your door, and you open the door and they can put the stuff inside of your house. I'm not sure about that. We live in Canada. We don't have anything advanced like that. But if you guys in the States, if you have any information, please let me know if that's what they mean by that. Verifying a custom design or any other reason. So custom design is more for handmade product. So if they have a specific design they asked for and you weren't clear, you'll be able to verify it with them. Or for any other reason where the contact is required for the buyer to receive the purchase. So this is all about information for address. So if you want to make sure that they really receive the product, required for the buyer to receive the purchase, which is okay, cool. We know all that. Proactive permitted messages must be sent within 30 days. So 30 days you have to send them a message. That's the same thing as review rating. It takes 30 days only for you to request a review rating from them. And you have 30 days. So if you feel late 1 week or 2 weeks, because there's a trick where basically you can send an email to a buyer like on the 25th day. You don't do it like after 7 days. Usually we're accustomed to send an email for requesting a review or seller feedback after 7 days or 2 days after delivery or whatever it is. There is a thought out there says, hey, if you really, since the buyers are really accustomed that in the first week after delivery they get messages, how about you wait until the 25th and send them a message on the 25th? They will forget that they made a purchase, and that's will increase your reviews or request the open rate for that specific email. So that's something you do. So if you have multiple messages, maybe you can do one message right now of 2 days, 3 days after delivery, and the second one you can do it maybe 25 days later for requesting a review or seller feedback. So you have 30 days, which is awesome. All proactive permitted messages must include 17-digit order ID. So all of them have to have the order ID with them. So they have to be an order ID, not just sending them. Not like those messages that you receive from people through seller messaging telling you, hey, would you like me to buy your product and leave a review? You never bought from them. They never bought from you. You don't even know them. They just send you a message just like this from the blue, which is crazy hackers. But hey, there's a lot of black hats out there. So you cannot reach out to you or reach out to them if they don't have order ID or they have had a transaction with you from before. And be in the buyer's language preference. So if you're selling in other languages, like here we have French, you need to make sure that you send them in French. I'm not sure about that. I never send them in French, but hey, if you want to, go ahead, be my guest. I don't sell in other platforms. I tried. I don't like it. It was too much work for no reason, for not much return. But hey, I see a lot of people are expanding in Japan, UK, and all this stuff. Good for them. My hat goes to them, but me, no. Sending proactive permitted messages to your buyer using Amazon template, third-party application, or via API automated the inclusion of order ID, language of preference translation, and critical message guideline. So we know all that. Basically, just be nice. Do not be, everybody who's doing the business, they know what kind of messages they need to send. We know when we cross the line, to be honest with you. But now, this is what we can do. So we have two types: order status. We can communicate with them if you want to get more information about the order status itself. Then we have about buyer seller messages, where we talk about more about orders, making sure that verifying custom design. Maybe you have home service, you want to get schedule shipping, you have a bulky item, all the stuff you can do. Now, the thing that you do not include, this is actually more than you have seen. So you have three types. So the things you cannot, and these type of messages that you cannot send. And then this is the type of messages that you cannot send. Then the second one here is going to be what you cannot include in your message. And here is going to be the style of messages and the things you cannot do. So let's go through them. I don't know them all, so I'm not going to come here and tell you I'm the genius of my century. I'm the most beautiful person of the century, but not the most genius, okay? So permitted messages do not include any of the following messages type, okay? What type of messages we cannot include? In many cases, we are already emailing customer with this information. So basically, they tell you, hey, the things that you cannot do right now, we already do them on your behalf, so I don't think it's necessary for you to do them. So one of them, order or shipping confirmation. We know Amazon sent an email saying, hey, your product is being confirmed, or your order being shipped, or is going to be delivered on that day. Perfect. So here you cannot do that. Second thing, messages that say only thank you, or that you are here to help if the buyer have any problems. Hey, if they have any problem, they're going to get to Amazon. And I'm telling you, I'm one of those people who says, thank you. If you have any problem, let me know. But then I add a little bit of instructions. Maybe I add a little bit of, how to use the product or stuff like that. I do that. But yeah, if you just say, thank you for your order. If you have any problem, please reach out to us. Hey, come on. We already know that. Marketing or promotional messages includes coupons. So a lot of people here, I know that. I don't do that. It's basically they will include a coupon code or group coupon code, or tell them, hey, if you buy 2, get this, and use it for promotionals. Do not use that. It's not very, it's against terms of service. I never did that, honestly. I did some garbage here. You will see a lot of stuff that I do that I need to revise this weekend, hopefully, but we'll see what happens. Language that either incentivizes or persuades the buyer to submit positive product review or seller feedback. So you cannot tell them, hey, if you like the product and you want to leave us 5-star review, go ahead, please do it. So that's persuading. You're trying to tell them 5-star review. You cannot do that. Just tell them, hey, please, please let the other people know and leave us a review, and that's it. But do not tell them positive or negative or whatever stuff you're trying to encourage them to do something indirectly. Do not do that. Including, so that's including by offering compensation. So a lot of people say, hey, we get 10%, leave us a review. I'm telling you, there's people here, especially experienced, they say, who the heck does that? And honestly, there's a lot of people, they don't know what's going on. And there's a lot of Chinese sellers who does that because they don't care. They have like 20, 30 accounts, and they don't care if one of them gets suspended. So they offer money, gift cards, free or discount product refunds or rebates or reimbursement or future benefits. So you cannot try to get a review or seller feedback by offering them by having language that persuade them to do something, and also offering them compensation, whether gift cards, money back, or a future free products and all this stuff. Language number 5, language that requests removal or an update for existing product review. This one actually, I'm not sure about that, because sometimes we get bad reviews and reach out to them, reaching out to the top, hey, what's the problem? Please let us know. Usually, especially with seller feedback, for product reviews, there is some ways you can do it. You can get their email and you can reach out to them. But I don't know. I don't do it. I know how to do it, but I haven't done it. I wouldn't do it myself. You'd be able to even get their addresses, home address, and you'd be able to send them a postcard and tell them, I love you. Please leave your bad review. You can do that, but it's just too much hassle. Hey, if there's a problem with your product, really, guys, just go ahead and fix it. But if someone just sabotaging, like there's people that I know. There's a friend of mine who's now getting sabotaged by his competitors and getting a lot of bad reviews. That's maybe do something here. Language that requests a product review only if they had positive experience with the product. There's people who isolate customers. They say, hey, if you have positive reviews, they see what they say, and then they ask them for positive review. If they're not happy with the product, they don't send them any email or request a review button or link. So do not do that. Basically, look, everything here rules, right? But is there ways you can break the rules a bit here and there? Maybe. But let's let it settle a bit. Let's see what people are getting, what they are facing. If people who doesn't watch this channel with my pretty face and they do not update it with the newest news yet, I think they will still maintain the same kind of garbage emails that they have. And hopefully we'll hear more about people getting dinged for this, dinged for that, and then we can adjust and see what the borderline is as well. So basically, they're the guinea pigs, basically. A repeat request per order for product review or seller feedback. So you cannot have multiple emails. We know that because there was a wave of people getting their privileges to send emails to customers they were basically prohibited and stopped and suspended. So because a lot of people are asking, they have 3 emails, usually before, and they used to have multiple ask for reviews. Can you give me a review? Can you give me a review? Can you give me a review 3 times? Don't do that. You just need to do it once, and that's it, because Amazon now does a lot of good job. And I think it's too much of a good job by requesting a review on your behalf, especially the rating, request a review rating, not the text. And actually, it's good and bad. It's good to see a lot of reviews, but if you don't read it and what's the reason behind the bad review or the good review, you cannot improve your product. You cannot see what's going on. You just see a bad review. Like, you cannot benefit from it. So for me, it's only good for getting reviews, especially for established product. But for new ASINs, I think it hurts a lot, because if everybody gives me only rating, and now it's really, you get like every day I get a lot of reviews, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And it's just, I think it's a bad thing unless they tell us. I think they should, Amazon, I should need to speak to Jeffy and tell him, Jeffy, if you do request review of anything from 1 rating or 2 ratings, star rating, I think you should let them at least write like a 60 character or 80 character sentence saying what's the problem was with the product, so we can improve. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to know. So for me, like, we're launching a new product, and if we get bad ratings, I actually launched 3 products, 2 products and supplement. Another one toy today, actually, just today I launched all my PPCs and everything. If I get bad review rating, I wouldn't know what it is. So it's just bad. All right, so let's go to talk about the second type of messages that you cannot do or you cannot include in your messages. External links, unless they are secure working links, HTTPS, not HTTP, necessary for order completion or link to Amazon. So this is if someone asks you for a product, or hey, you're asking more for a product, and you give them the link to see that they can buy it right away. Or they ask you, hey, do you have a specific color, and they couldn't see it in your store or wasn't in the same listing, you'll be able to tell them, hey, this is the link. You can go ahead and just link it and buy it. It has to be within Amazon. Do not use your Shopify. I do not use any links in my product unless it's for product review or seller feedback. But hey, it's good to know that if you can use external links unless they're secure working links necessary for order completion or links to Amazon. So it has to be internal. Attachment, so you cannot here. Messages may not include attachment except for product instruction, warranty information, or invoices. This is good stuff, honestly. I mean, I live instructions. Warranty, I was very skeptical. I wasn't doing it because I was worried about it, because when I have my warranty, usually it's going to be a VIP club. Join our VIP club, warranty, blah, 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 extended manufacturer warranty. And I was very iffy about it. I mean, I didn't know you can do it 100%, but now it looks like yes, you can. Unless their product instruction warranty was invoices. I don't understand this. I never did invoices, honestly. I don't know. Maybe Megan did. I'm not sure. Logos. So logos, if they contain or display a link to your website. So if a lot of people use logos, you have a logo of your product, but you cannot have a logo that usually people have manipulated the system. They have the logo and then they have like if it's round, they're going to have the website or the brand xyz.com, and they're trying to cheat the system. Hey, do not do it. No good. Link to opt out of messaging. So to opt out for messaging, I never did that. I think Amazon does it already in each email at the bottom. You can opt out from any messages, or actually that's one of the things they can do anyways. So I don't know why should you do it. Maybe there's a lot of black hats out there that I don't know about, but hey, it could be. I'm not sure what it is. So number 4, okay, do not have any link. I mean, I never use it anyways. Sensitive content on images or text. Bare skin, violence, gore, adult offensive language. So I don't know what, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe this is more for sexual and wellness category where people maybe, they saw some, products in use or something and sending vulgar pictures. But maybe I'm not sure. I don't do it. And I don't know why you want to have violence and I don't know, offensive language. I mean, we know offensive language. This is morals. This is how your mama taught you, right? You need to be nice to people. You need to speak to them nicely. You need to treat everyone the same, and everyone can add something to you. Everyone has some more information that can help you. Like, for example, me in our group, I learn from you guys as well. A lot of a situation that happens to you might not happen to me, and I'll be able to understand. So just treat people nicely. And I don't know what you want to be offending people for no reason. Tracking pixel. This is something. Tracking pixel or images. I'm not sure about images of the product because Amazon includes them already. But tracking pixels, yes, there is some tracking links that you can do, like especially with Pixel Find Me. I haven't done them myself. I'm not that much sophisticated about tracking and about pixels. I should learn it, to be honest with you, but I don't do it. But I'm going to do it as soon as I'm finished with the class and the course. I'm going to get more informed. Now, we use Pixel Find Me. Yesterday, we talked about Pixel Find Me, in our course. But hey, do not use them. Email addresses or telephone numbers, do not do that. Images of purchased product, as Amazon includes those on your behalf. So images of product, they know that. Do not add it. I don't know why would you add it. Images that do not relate it to your brand or company. So I don't know why you do that again. Now, number 3 is styles of messages. So this is here a lot of things that I break myself. So let's talk about them. Accessibility to issues as specified in the web content accessibility guide from the web. I have no idea what they're saying here. I have no idea. For me, it's like Spanish or whatever it is. I cannot understand it. Emojis, GIFs. I use those both, and now they say you cannot add them. So I don't know how the severity of the situation here. And I don't know if you add them, how much you get dings, because I use those both, and actually they convert very well. Message margins over 20% max width. I have no idea what is that. I think this is something that maybe Nancy understands because she is a writer and she knows margins and the margin here on the side. Like, for example, when you have a text, I don't know what's that, 20%. Hey, it is what it is. Images or graphic size larger than 80% max width. So it can't be more than 80%. I'm not sure. I'm not sure here, guys. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what is this. But I don't use it. I just put the image and a good day. I don't know 80%, 20%. I'm not sure about that. Overrides for Amazon default line height, font family, or font color. This happens a lot if using softwares. You can change the font and bolding them in different styles. And basically, yeah, if anything against Amazon term, I mean, is what Amazon provide you, you cannot use, basically, they're saying. Now, a lot of softwares out there that are adjusting all this stuff for us. So it's not something that we're going to be crying about. Just wait 1 week or something. You see every software out there, they're going to adjust. Otherwise, they're going to lose a lot of clients. Fonts in more than 3 sizes. So you have to leave them at 3 sizes only. You cannot use like 10 of them. So that will be adjusted. Messages bodies that are centered or otherwise override default text alignment. Now we're talking about a lot of technical stuff about writer. I barely can write a paragraph or sentence. So knowing more than this is more than my pay grade. More than 2 links breaks. So that's maybe I know that you cannot have multiple spacing. You have to have 1. Unsecure images. So any images that you include that might be clickable. You cannot have HTTP. You have to have HTTPS. And honestly, God help us. I don't know what's HTTPS. I mean, I know what is this, but I don't know what's the difference. Hey, it is what it is. Spelling errors or grammar issues. So this is me. If Nancy doesn't verify my messages, you're going to see a lot of spelling errors and grammar issues. So, but hey, do not do that. Make sure you're professional. Make sure someone look at your messages before you send them, and you should be fine. So, guys, that's all what I have for you today with the messaging, Amazon's messaging, and what the things that you cannot do. I left the link in the chat just now. Guys, go ahead and check it out if you want to read more. And, if you want to do it more at peace, go ahead and do it. So, guys, if you have any question, let's do it. If you don't have any question, hey, no problem. We'll make it very, very quick one. I'm going to drink water by the time you guys ask the questions. And most of the people who are here are actually in my class. So maybe they exhausted all the questions that they had, but it is what it is. All right. Okay. All right. So, guys, look, at the end of the day, all the messages that you have, I think you should revise all your emails and try to simplify them and try to make them better. If they have anything that you're breaking the rules, please change them and you should be fine. But other than that, you should be 100% good. You're already being updated right now. So go ahead and do all the stuff that you need to do. But other than that, I'm going to stay for another few minutes. If you have questions, we'll go through them. If it's not, it's okay. Love is still in the air. And we'll see. And please let me know if there's any type of videos you would like guys to get. Is there anything, any subjects, any topics that you would like me to cover for you? I will cover them. We'll take it from there and see what's up. But Nancy, she mentioned very, very, very good thing here. She says, use Grammarly for spelling mistakes and errors. Very good place, a website that you can basically check your stuff. But, really good stuff. If you stick to Amazon format as if you were sending a manual communication, you'll be okay. They don't want you to stylize. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you want to stand out, and that's why you do it. But you're right. Amazon now becoming very stingy, and also a lot of people are using them in a very bad way. So really punishing everyone else, which is really bad. And also Amazon becoming very strict about a lot of things. Like now, for example, they're doing a lot of test buys. So if you see a lot of test buys they're doing like tens of thousands of orders just to make sure they check your Manychat flows. They say they're checking your insert. They see how you respond to emails. and a lot of things like that they're doing, which is you need to be really careful. And also the things I heard, but I'm not sure how true is this, that people are launching their products a lot with FBM because they can get a lot of launches. They can get their orders spread out or the inventory spread out all around the state. So that's maybe helps them with their own ranking. It helps them with their own geographic ranking or geo ranking, and also helps them with delivery time way faster than if you send to Amazon. Like especially now, if you send a product to Amazon and you have 200, they're going to be in one side, maybe in the west or the east or the center, let's say Texas or Florida or California. And if you have the 200 units in one place, you most likely not going to show up for everywhere. So if you're running your PPC, it's not going to be at full potential because you don't have enough units or inventory spread out all across the states. So that's one thing. And they say people are getting more reviews with FBM. I don't see the relation with that. Maybe because they're putting stuff in their insert card that Amazon doesn't know about, because Amazon is not checking anything. So maybe you're putting, hey, I'll give you $5, leave us a review, just reach out to us. This is our email, maybe something like that. And also this kind of stuff that they're doing right now. Now, as I told you guys, I'm doing FBM and FBA. So I'm sending a lot of things to FBM. And the other thing, actually, there's a product that I'm launching a brand new, and I'm just telling you what happened. Basically, I paid $2 for shipping per unit. Now the new quote is at $4 per unit. That's a little bit scary, and this is really expensive. So now, to be very cost effective, 100%, you need to think about how you can buy a container or send a container worth of products, which is going to charge me $1.75 to $1.95 per unit. So $1.75 per unit, not $2. $2.10, I believe. That's what I paid, was regular shipping, no container. With container will be $1.75, which is really good. But now what I'm thinking, for our people who have in our class, if they're sending a product or something, if you're buying a product or sourcing a product, and if you really want to make sure you consolidate a container with multiple people, like if you can get together, guys, and try to plan the same sourcing agent, get one container, it's going to charge you $7,100, and you'll be able to, all of you, share a container. If you share a container, the cost is going to go lower. So it's something that you need to look into, especially if you're not ready or the product is not proven yet. If it's not proven, if it's not product said, hey, I know the sales velocity, everything's good, so you cannot commit to a container. So for example, now this product ordered, let's say 1,000 product, I got 1,000 unit. I cannot go ahead and place another 2,000, 3,000 unit without knowing what's going to happen with this one that I have. This is going to maintain sales velocity, even if I did all my stuff right. Validation, finding the good product, everything top. It's still going to take you 1 to 2 weeks to be able to reiterate your keywords, changing your title, changing your images, split testing your enhanced brand content, adjusting your PPC until you get to a number that you think you're comfortable with. So I'm waiting 1 week to 2 weeks. I just now, actually, before I came in, my product was available. Yesterday, I changed the images, did everything. So today, I ran my PPC just now before I came on. And let's see what happens. If it goes well, I can commit to a bigger number. If it's not, I'm going to stick to a lower number and see what happens. Because we have a lot of opportunities right now, especially in Q4. You have private label, retail arbitrage, anything with Amazon is really doing well. So launching a new product, it's a risk factor, right? So it's going to take you 2 months, 3 months to become profitable. So 2-3 months to become profitable, that means the whole Q4, you're just testing a product to see what happens. Or maybe you can become a little bit more profitable because you have Amazon traffic coming in from Q4. And that means a lot of people are going to buy stuff at a higher price and you'll be good to go. But after that, it's going to fall off. So the adjustment, the thinking that you need to think, or what I'm thinking right now myself, okay, should I put $30,000, $40,000 on this new product that I haven't tested yet because there are 4 variations? Or I need to wait a bit, give it this time, give it this course. Even if I miss Q4, who gives a F? Okay, and let it go. Let it go. If it goes, if the plan goes well right now, I'm good. If it doesn't, let it go. Let it go, and I will order again in January, and that's it. Or order in December for January, or whatever it is. But I can focus my budget or my cash into my own retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, or in my existing products to go heavy on them. That's another thing. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant. But we'll find out in this next 2 weeks. So I'm just telling you this to see, hey, you see a lot of people out there, they're going to go ahead and talk from their behind and just do it, do that, do this, do that. There's not their money on the line. It's your money on the line. Okay? So it's okay if you miss Q4. It's okay. There's another Q4 coming up. We're not finding a product only for Q4. We're finding a product for Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Q4, it's only, it's basically Q4. It's the big wave of sales coming in. But you're not based your business on only seasonal. We're doing a business that's going to be working most of the year. For sure, every product has downside. Every product has its upside, specific depending on the season or depending on the product itself. So that's going to happen. So I'm just telling you, do not rush it just to rush it because the hype is big. Q4, amazing. But the prices are going higher. And the dummies on Amazon are not adjusting. The sellers on Amazon, they're not adjusting the prices. It's still at low price. I don't understand that. It's very, very competitive. I think we need to wait until they get to the next order and hopefully they adjust their price and they'll be able to a little bit. I mean, I think a lot of people are selling at loss, some of them. Like you see the niche and the toys. I don't know how people are making their money. I get the best prices, I believe. Okay. But it's I don't know what they're doing. They just want to keep up their BSR. They want to keep up their sales velocity higher, but the profit margin is very small. I don't understand it. I don't compete on prices. Like even this product, everyone's selling at 25. I'm selling at $30 to $35. That's what I'm going to do. If I sell less unit, I'm okay with it, but bigger profit, less inventory management issues, less issues with the cash flow. Why not? I'm not here to make sales only to say, hey, look at this, I have sales but no profit. Well, what kind of business are you in? Just to impress other people? If you want to impress other people, you're in the wrong business. I mean, actually, this is the right business. A lot of them, they love to show off. And they're like, oh, look at my sales, but nobody's making sales. So you need to make sure, if you do something like that, guys, make sure you know your numbers. You know that you become profitable. The first thing you do, go ahead and get, seller board, get loss on profit software to know where your numbers are. It's very important. Do not just let it sit like that. You don't know what's going on. Like now we launched new products and sell them. I'm breaking even. I'm spending $500 per day. Hold on a second. Not 500. No, 350. Yeah. Hold on a second. 900. I'm spending around $900 a day on PPC on those two products. Okay. So $450 each, almost. I mean, I'm splitting them. Okay, $900 all for this product. I'm making 40, 50 sales a day, but I'm minus $7 every day. If I don't have a software to tell me what's going on or where my sales are, I'm gonna be lost. So I know I'm losing $7, $10 a day. I'm happy with that, breaking even. I'm happy. I'm telling you, I'm happy. So nobody is gonna come and tell you you're gonna be profitable from day one. It's not gonna happen. Especially in a very competitive market, especially in supplements, especially in a product that high price item, $55, $65, is going to take people a lot of clicks, but they're not going to buy it. And I have 0 reviews. Okay. So it's going to happen. You need to give it a course, let it sit, think smartly. Do not think about, you see a lot of people, this did this, this guy did this. I've seen a lot of geniuses in my life. And trust me, you think they're geniuses until you get closer and then you see how dumb they are. So worry about yourself, focus on yourself, and focus what's good for you. Like a lot of people come ask me, oh, you doing retail arbitrage? I thought you're a private label guy. Yeah, so what? I'm making money. What are you doing? You're sitting home playing with your I don't know what? Come on. Go ahead, do your thing. Do not worry about other people. I don't give a shit about other people's opinion. It means nothing to me. Why? Because I'm focused on myself. I'm focused on how I provide for my family. How can I go source things and make extra cash every day? This retail arbitrage makes me what? $6,000, $7,000 a month. By what? But just me buying product and flipping them because people are lazy to go ahead and get themselves sweaty, fatty, and still fluffy, and I'm still getting sweaty. Hey, go ahead and do it. Do not worry about other people. I don't care about people. Whatever you can make money. Like, for example, I sold shoes in StockX. I did that. You know, I went to StockX and sold a lot of shoes. Anything, any way that I can make money, I'm going to do it. Because a lot of people that make numbers, I make $1 million, $2 million. By the way, it's not that hard to make $1 million on Amazon. It's not hard at all. Oh, we need $80,000, $83,000 a month. And trust me, you can do it with 2-3 products. You'll be done. But anyways, I just want to go ahead and, you know, give a little bit more frustration since there's no questions. It says, hi, Saad, great session. Just thought, will you give a session on how to list, pack, ship for FBM? It's helpful since FBM is necessary. There's a lot of incompetent video on the subject on YouTube. Yeah, maybe we can do that. I don't mind. I mean, for us in the course, I will do one. I know there's stuff that's going to be missing in the course here and there, small things. So all the suggestions, please leave them, and I will do one. But I'm going to talk about it very quickly. Like we went and we set up two fulfillment centers. And those fulfillment centers, what they're going to do, they're going to give you a template of how you can adjust your back end or migrate template for shipping. And they tell you, hey, if you ship a product for Florida, for example, give it 3 days. If you do it to California, maybe 5 days. If you do it in Texas, maybe do 2 days, or whatever the case. They can tell you the time templates and what they expected to deliver your products. So you'll be able to adjust them, and when the order comes, they will have access to your account. They have third-party software, and you'll be able to see all the orders, and they will fulfill them in your behalf. So using a fulfillment center is very easy. But if you want to do it by yourself from home, which is I would recommend, if I was living in the States, I would do it myself, 100%. I don't care. Extra work, it is what it is. But if you do a lot of orders, maybe fulfillment center is good, or maybe you can do hybrid. Some fulfillment center, some you, and see what happens. But no problem, Danny. I will just once we finish with the course, please put that question or put in the question in the Facebook group, or Megan or Nancy, take a note of that. So let's do a video on that as well. That'll be good. Actually, we're missing a shipping, how to create a shipping plan regardless. So let's do that. You are not profitable in brick and mortar business for first 3 years, and many of them fold up before then. 100%. It's really it's not that easy. You need to give it time. And I believe anybody who's becoming profitable in this business, realistically, do not leave your 9-to-5 job. I'm telling you right now, do not leave it. Do not listen to the hype. This is a pain point that marketers will try to reach to your heart because you're at work listening to this podcast or something, and all of a sudden, like, oh my God, you're right, I hate my job, and then you quit it. I see a lot of people do that. Do not quit your 9-to-5 until you become profitable, until you launch your product, until you start becoming a little bit profitable. And this money, this business is cash intensive, very cash intensive. You need a lot of money to be able to make it happen. And I believe to become profitable, you need 3 to 6 months to become profitable and become like, okay, this is good. Let me start the next product. And in the course, I told you guys, if anybody watches this video and really interested in the course, please go ahead and join the course. It's really good. I think you're going to find benefit in it. But it's going to take you time. It needs a budget. Like if you have a product, I don't know, $10,000 budget, 5 to 10,000, you're going to be able to make something. Like with $5,000, maybe you can make $1,000, $1,500 a month. 1,000, 1,500. So you need a capital. If you have more capital, more you're gonna be able to invest, and more you'll be able to make. And also now lunches is not that easy. Like yesterday we talked about lunches. I think I confused people a lot because they saw information they never seen before or something that was confusing. So I'm going to go over that again. Just lunches is going to be expensive by itself. It's very expensive. You need to expect, depending on the product, you're gonna if you get a product like around $10, you sell it for $10. Sorry, you sell it for $30, but the cost you $10. That might run you $3,000 to $5,000 in marketing to begin with. So please take your time, be cautious, build the business in a good foundation, solid foundation, and slowly you'll be able to make little improvement. little improvement, little improvement, little improvement, little improvement, little improvement, until you get to the biggest victory. So small victories will add up to the biggest victory. Okay, so do not rush it. Do not rush it. Do not rush it. Take your time. Learn, learn, learn. Absorb, absorb, learn. Make mistakes, make mistakes, make mistakes. Fix them, and then you'll be good to go. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I know we don't have any more questions, but guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to see if we're going to continue with the live Q&A. It's a question I have been thinking about for the last month. I don't know if I'm going to continue with the live Q&A every week. It's maybe I'm going to do every other week or once a month. And also I'm going to add more tutorials about how in Amazon, like maybe keyword tracking, maybe we can do some subjects about tutorials every week, maybe 10, 20 minutes video that will help people. And we'll see what goes. But I really appreciate everyone who joined. Please, 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 if you find this is helpful, give it a like. If you really love the channel, you love this pretty face, subscribe. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate it. Finally, we reached 1,000 subscribers. If we continue, I'll give that. I'm waiting. There's a link below that people are supposed to hit and opt in, and they will get the chance to win one membership. Course membership. So if you're there, please do it. If it's not, I appreciate you. Please share the video. Thank you so much for being here. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't forget, let's make it all happen and focus on yourself. Take care, everybody.